Hello and welcome to ACL Open number 13 here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Today we got a singles match for you, but before we get into it, I want to thank my sponsors, Black Sheep Baggers. If you guys need bags, boards, or apparel, head over to blacksheepbaggers.com and use code BRIZ10 for 10% off. Now with that being said, let's head into the match. Today we're out here in Louisiana playing a singles match. This is a loser bracket game. We lost our first one 21-19. So hopefully we can pick it up and do good in this one. We're going to go ahead and sink our first bag, and the opponent's going to end up getting one caught up. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to push through, but I miss off to the right, so I know I just got to be down the middle to try to at least get a 10. So for my next shot, we're going to try to push through, but we end up missing off to the left. He's going to go ahead and try to clean it up, sitting on a 7, so I know I got to be in here to just try to minimize damage. Most likely probably going to give up 4 first round. I'm going to finish up with an 8, and my opponent's going to finish up with a 10. Luckily, it didn't fall, so I only give up 2. So going into the second round, my opponent's going to have first shot. And for his first shot, he ends up coming up short and blocking off the hole. So I'm going to wait for the guy next to me to finish throwing so I can take a step out and try to work my bag around it. Hopefully I can kind of bully it out of the way. So for my first shot, I end up getting it to bounce off his bag and go in. So the opponent's going to try to clean it up and slides off the back. So I see an opportunity here to get some points. I'm going to go ahead and take another step out, trying to work around the bag once again. And I end up bouncing off it and going in. So for his next shot, he's going to try to clean it up, pushing his blocker up towards the hole. So I know if I just sit behind this, hopefully it'll force a miss. I end up laying up a block, forcing him to go up. And he ends up grabbing it to sit on a 7. So now I know I pretty much have a free bag here. I just got to try to be in. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the airmail, but I end up missing off the back, washing at 7s. Not sure if it would have just been smart to board it and take the point to get first bag, but he's going to go ahead and slide his first bag in, and I'm going to go ahead and follow him up. So now I just got to try to get a point, get first bag, get something going here. He misses off to the right, kind of blocking me off, but I can sneak around this. But it ends up forcing me to miss left. I go a little bit wide, and he's going to go ahead and slide his next bag in. So now I just got to go up the middle, try to at least get a 10. But I end up missing off to the side once again. He ends up giving it right back, so I just got to be in here for an 8-8 wash. And for my last and final bag, I end up running into the pile, giving up 2 more. So now we're down by 4. I got to try to get something going here. For my opponent's first shot, he misses off to the right, so this gives me an opportunity to go up the middle and in. I bump his bag a little bit out of the way. For his next shot, he's going to go ahead and just slide it in. So I know if I can get a 12 here, I can get some points. For my next bag, I just slide it up the middle and in. He ends up missing off to the left, giving me an opportunity to possibly pick up 4 here. So I just got to finish up strong with my last 2 bags. I sink the first one. And for my last and final bag, this gives me an opportunity to get some points here. But I ended up running into his bag, still picking up 2, even though it should have been 4. We got to focus up on that last shot to capitalize. So now that we picked up 2, we're going to have first shot. And for our first bag, we're going to go ahead and slide it right on in. For the opponent's first shot, he's going to go ahead and follow me up. So I pretty much just got to try to bag race here because the board's wide open. And I know I could probably get some points if my opponent misses. He ends up sinking his second bag. So for my third shot, I'm going to go ahead and slide it up the middle. He ends up following me up, so I got to be in here to pick up a 12. For my last and final bag, I end up picking it up. And he's going to go ahead and wash 12s. Going into the next round, I'm going to have first shot. For my first shot, I'm going to go ahead and slide it in. For my opponent's first shot, it's going to go ahead and slip off to the back. I know I just got to start capitalizing here. That's where I keep losing all my points. For my next bag, I'm going to go ahead and slide it in. He ends up missing off to the left. This gives me an opportunity to get some more points here. For my third shot, I'm going to go ahead and just run into the pile, but I know I could probably collect that on fast side. He ends up just laying it up next to my bag, getting caught up. So I'm going to take a step out here, and I'm thinking fast side. I can clean my bag up and his, so I'm going to finish with a 12. And for his last and final bag, he's going to go ahead and slide in for an 8, so I'm going to pick up 4. Heading into round 7, we got a lead change. I'm going to go ahead and take the lead here, 6-4. I missed my first bag off to the left. So for the opponent, he ends up missing off to the right, giving it right back. So for my next bag, I just got to go in here, and I end up sliding up the middle and in. He's going to follow me up. So I'm pretty much looking like I can get a 10 here. I just got to keep it on the gas, but I missed it off to the right. He's going to go ahead and slide his next bag in. I debate on stepping out and trying to collect, but the smart play is just give up the 2. We don't want to give up more than that. So for my last and final bag, I go in. Now I just got to pray that he misses. He's going to go ahead and sink it in for a 10 on 8 to pick up 2. Now it is all tied up at 6s. So my opponent's going to have first shot. And for his first shot, he misses off to the right. So this is something I need to capitalize on here. I go ahead and sink my first bag. He's going to follow me up with his second bag. This is usually my downfall here, is not capitalizing on misses. Just like that, I end up running into his bag, but it does block off the hole luckily. He's going to go ahead and shoot an airmail. Sits on the backside of the hole. I know I should probably pick up my bag, but I'm debating if I want to leave it there and make him shoot it again. So I decided I'm going to step out and just work my way around my bag right now. So for my next shot, I end up just bouncing off my bag and going in. For the opponent's last shot, he bounces off my bag and hangs up on the side of the rim. So I got to try to slip my bag in here if I can. So I'm going to take a step out just a little bit, go fast side, try to slip it in the hole. I end up bouncing off my bag and going in to pick up 4. So now we're back in the lead, sitting on a 10. And for my first shot, I'm going to go ahead and slide it right on in. For my opponent's first shot, he's going to go ahead and lay a block. So for my next bag, I'm just going to go ahead and try to reblock it, but I end up missing off to the right. He's going to go ahead and try to collect. They end up falling. He's sitting on a 6. So I know I just got to be in here, try to limit damage if he gets a 12. I go ahead and sink my next bag. He ends up sitting on a 9. So I got to be in here and just pray that he misses. But I end up missing off to the right, giving him an opportunity to pick up 4 to tie it back up. And he's going to go ahead and slide his last bag in to tie it up at 10. Heading in around 10, my opponent's going to have first shot. He's going to go ahead and come up short, so I got to try to push through here. I end up collecting it, tying it at 3. He's going to go ahead and come up short once again. So I'm going to try to push through with my second bag. But I end up sliding off the back, which is unfortunate. He's going to go ahead and collect his own bag, sitting on a 9. So I got to try to minimize damage here. I'm going to go ahead and slide my next bag in. He's going to come up and hang on the side of the hole. And right as I'm about to throw, it's going to fall. So I'm going to reset. Just try to go in here to give up 3. And for my last and final bag, end up sliding it off the side, giving up 6. So now that I just gave up 6, I got to try to get some back. Because that one definitely did hurt. He's going to go ahead and throw a block for his first bag. So I'm going to step out and try to work around it, leaving it there for him. And I end up sliding over the hole to the back side. He's going to run into his block. So I know the smart play here is probably just block him off so he can't push those or collect it. So for my second bag, I go for a block. Laying it pretty good. He still can collect the one up the middle though. So for the opponent's next shot, he's going to go for a push. But ends up running into the pile and it dies. So this time, I'm going to go for a roll shot. Just because I know there's a pile, it's going to be hard to push. But I am missing off to the left. So the opponent's debating what he wants to do for his last shot. And for his last and final shot, he's going to go pretty hard in the pile. Gets nothing to fall. But he does have a bag hanging, so I'm going to call a timeout and go check on it to see if I hit the board, if it's going to go or not. So from what I can see, I don't think it's going to go. So I'm going to shoot it for the last one and just put it on the board for a 4-4 wash. Heading into the next round, my opponent's going to have first shot. And for his first shot, he misses off to the left. This gives me an opportunity here. But I end up going off to the left even further. He's going to go ahead and slide his second bag in. So now I pretty much can only get a 10 here. So for my next shot, I'm going to go ahead and slide it right on in. For his third bag, he ends up coming up short, blocking off the hole. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to push through here, but I miss off to the left, building a pile on the side. He's going to go ahead and try to slide his last bag in, but goes off to the left. So I see an opportunity for a roll shot here. Try to go in to pick up some points. For my last and final bag, I go for a roll, end up rolling on the pile and then backwards. So it's going to be a 6-6 wash. Going in around 13, my opponent's still going to have first shot. And for his first shot, he ends up missing off to the right. So I need to try to capitalize this round to get back in it. I'm going to go ahead and sink my first bag. He's going to follow me up with his second. So I got to try to just be down the middle. And we slide our second bag in. He ends up blocking off the hole. So I'm going to go for a roll shot here and try to get up and over his bag. But I end up collecting it with my bag. He ends up sliding his last bag in for a 10. So I got to be in here to try to pick up 2. And for my last and final bag, I go up the middle in to collect 2 points. Now that I've got some points back, hopefully we can keep the momentum going. So for my first shot, I'm going to go ahead and slide it right on in. For my opponent's first shot, ends up coming up short, kind of blocking off the hole. So I'm going to take a step out here and try to work around it once again. I end up getting hung up on the side of the hole. He's going to go ahead and bump it. So for my next shot, I'm going to go ahead and try to split these bags, trying to push mine in the hole. I end up bumping off it and just pushing him on the side still. He's going to go ahead and bump one of his bags in, tying it up at 5. So for my last and final shot, I'm just going to try to push through. I end up pushing one of his out the way and getting one of mine to fall. Sitting on a 10. He's going to go ahead and miss off to the side, giving up 4, so tying it up at 16. Heading into the next round, tied up at 16s. I know I got to try to get ahead here and get some more points. For my first bag, I'm going to go ahead and slide it right on in. He's going to miss off to the right, so there's an opportunity to get some more points. For my next shot, I'm going to go ahead and slide it up the middle. He's going to follow me up with his second bag. So for my third shot, I'm going to end up bouncing off his bag and going in. He's going to follow me up, so I got to be in here to get a 12, so I know I at least get 2. I'm going to go ahead and slide my last bag in, sitting on a 12. The opponent's going to end up coming up short, giving me 4, putting me at 20. So I know I only need 1 point to win the game. I'm going to go ahead and have first shot. For my first shot, I'm going to go ahead and slide it in. I just got to try to apply pressure, forcing my opponent to miss. He's going to go ahead and sink his first bag too. So for my next shot, I'm going to go ahead and slide it right on in. The opponent ends up missing off to the left a little bit, so I'm going to try to work around this and collect that 1 point that I need. So for my next shot, I end up missing off to the right, giving him the opportunity to get some points here. He's going to go ahead and collect his bag. I probably should have just pushed through because I knew he was going to collect it anyways. For my next shot, I end up missing off to the right again, giving him an opportunity to get 4. He's going to go finish with a 12 to pick up 4, tying it at 20. At this point, it's pretty much anyone's game. My opponent's going to go ahead and have first shot here. And first shot, he misses off to the right. So this gives me the opportunity to win the game here. I just need to sink all 4 bags. He's going to go ahead and come up short, blocking off the hole. So I know I just got to try to push through here. And for my second bag, I end up bouncing off his, hanging on the backside of the hole. He's going to go ahead and go in with his third bag, dragging me in with him. So I got to try to put my bag in here. I'm going to go ahead and slide to the back of the hole, but it does catch and fall back in. He's sitting on a 10, so all I got to do is put it in here for the win. And for my last and final bag, I end up going over the hole and it hangs up on the back side for a 10-10 wash. After that last round, I was a little frustrated, but I know I just got to keep putting bags in the hole to be able to win this game. The opponent's going to go ahead and have first shot. Once again, he misses off to the left, so I have another opportunity to win this game. I end up sinking my first bag. He's going to go ahead and hit the front of the board, so I know I could split those bags and just go in here. For my next bag, I end up going off to the right, bouncing off his bag, giving an opportunity to push that in. Once again, he's going to come up short, blocking off the hole. So I see an opportunity. I'm just going to go ahead and block here since I'm already up on points. So that pretty much just takes the fast side push away from him. So for his last and final bag, he's going to go up. And he hits the air mail clean, putting him at a 6. So I could shoot it here, but I think the safer play is a roll in case I miss. So for my last and final bag, I'm going to go for a roll shot. But I end up missing it off to the right, washing 6s. So once again, there was another opportunity I could have won the game. But hopefully we get another one this round. My opponent's going to go ahead and have first shot, and he slides his first bag in. And for my first bag, I end up missing off to the left. So now I know I'm going to have to lay a block and try to force a miss here because he sank his second bag. So for my second shot, I'm going to go ahead and throw a block, trying to block it off, making a miss. He ends up running in my bag, but I know he can still get that with the fast side. So for my next shot, I'm going to go ahead and just try to push through my bag and split him, but I go off the back, sitting on a 2. So he's pretty much just got to get one bag in here, and he's pretty much got the win. It's going to go ahead and just run into my blockers. So I pretty much got to get one of his bags off the board and get 2 bags in. Not sure how I'm going to do this, but I'm probably going to go fast side at my bag and try to get the one that's hanging in the hole off the board. So for my final and last shot, we're going to go fast side and try to just push his bag off and get 2 bags in. But I end up going left and falling off the side to lose the game 26-20. So that's going to go ahead and wrap this game up. We shot at 8.26 PPR, a negative 0.32 DPR, 43 bags in, 28 bags on, and 5 bags off, 76 total bags thrown, 19 rounds with 4 4-baggers. I didn't think we played terrible. There's just a couple opportunities that we had to close it out and we missed. So that's what we need to work on, is just capitalizing and closing out games. Other than that, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Black Sheep Baggers. If you need any bags, boards, or apparel, head over to blacksheepbaggers.com and use code BRIZ10 for 10% off. And with that being said, that's going to wrap up the Open in Louisiana.